Hi everybody, Morphy Richards Steam Power Elite. Now this is the mother-in-law's iron, and she said it had intermittent steaming and then it stopped steaming. So I've done the normal checks of cleaning, taking this solenoid off, cleaning that valve out. That didn't make any difference because I put the cover back on, but this one I've just taken the top off and powered it up. You have to put the water tank back on because it's saying no water tank. Now I don't advise you plugging it in without the top on, because all these connections, you could get a shock off anything. But so I took the top off, and on my first inspection, there's let me point to it with a screwdriver. This top hose, it was leaking from here. All these rubber pipes have got a shelf life with water, so it was leaking from there. You can see there's a little rust run mark running down there, and you can see with the water the plastic is rusty down there. So I swapped that pipe out, plugged it back in, and it did show that it was a little bit of water was coming out of the joint on here. You can see where that little bit of calcium is on there, but still no steam. So in my box of spare parts, I think this is the solenoid that lets the steam through, but this is the thing. Sorry, this solenoid I think is what does the descaling function. But this is the solenoid that, see where there's the arrow on there, that's actually letting the steam out of the tank into your iron. Now this is the one that was on there, and I thought that looks a little black. So I've taken it off, and when I took it off and turned it over, the casing is fractured, so it's obviously got really hot. And I used the spare one out of my spare box, and now the iron is working. So if you haven't got steam when you're pressing the button on the iron, and we have had issues with the actual button being faulty, but if you can hear that clicking but nothing going on in the iron body itself, then this is the bit you need to probably check. I don't know how you test that. As I said before, I'm not an electrician. There is probably a way you can check that. But as I said to you before, the easiest way of getting spares is to buy an iron which is broken, and then you've got all these parts you can use for spares apart from the bit that has made that iron broken in the first place. So I'm going to keep an eye on this leak from here, because I haven't got any spare tanks now, because I've just swapped the tank in the other iron that had a leak from the base of that union, leaking from the bottom. You can probably, I don't know much about this sealant, because obviously when you put those fittings in, they're brass fittings going into a stainless tank that you could put in with some PTFE tape, but this is obviously a high temperature, high pressure sealant that they put on. You can probably get that. Or if you know a man who can do some silver soldering, you can always take all these stuff off and silver solder these joints, and that'll do away with that altogether. You obviously can't solder them because you'd never get it hot enough. You have to use silver solder, which you need an oxyacetylene torch. Anyway, so this iron is fixed for a non-steaming issue, and it was the red solenoid, which on yours, it does have this information on there, whether you can get yourself a new part or not. Anyway, there you go guys, bye.